किस तरीके से बेरोजगारी ने हमारे राज्य को पिछले 5 सालों में बेरोजगारी वृद्धि दर में सर्वाधिक बेरोजगारों की संख्या की वृद्धि दर वाला राज्य बना। एक समय था 2017 में जब हमारे राज्य में पंजीकृत बेरोजगारों की वार्षिक वृद्धि दर 1.5% के आसपास थी। आज वो कभी 30% तक पहुंच जा रही है, कभी फिर घट रही है तो 23% के आसपास आ रही है। और आज भी हम देश के अंदर सबसे ज्यादा शिक्षित बेरोजगारी की प्रतिशत दर वाले राज्य हैं। यूं तो एनडीए गवर्नमेंट का जो रिकॉर्ड है रोजगार देने के विषय में वो बड़ा डिस्मल है, वो बहुत चिंताजनक है। जिस देश के अंदर रेलवे, पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस, यहाँ तक कि आर्म्ड फोर्सेस सहित देश के अंदर 2.25 करोड़ से ज्यादा पद रिक्त हों, मैं फिर दोहरा रहा हूं, 2.25 करोड़ से ज्यादा पद रिक्त हों। रेलवे, पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस, आर्म्ड फोर्सेस सहित जितने सेंट्रल डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं आज वो वर्स्ट हिट हैं पदों के रिक्तता के कारण। और संचार विभाग जैसे विभागों में केंद्र सरकार जानबूझ करके उन विभागों को मार देने के लिए, जिनमें बीएसएनएल आदि सम्मिलित है, वहां तो रिक्रूटमेंट कर ही नहीं रही। उन्होंने जो थे भी उनको भी अलग कर दिया है, क्योंकि वो उसको जियो में मर्ज करना चाहते हैं। जियो के इंटरेस्ट में बीएसएनएल का मरना आवश्यक है, ये श्री मोदी जी का सिद्धांत है, मोदी जी की गवर्नमेंट का सिद्धांत। हम इस स्थिति से बहुत चिंतित हैं। और राज्य के अंदर भी इस समय जो मेरी जानकारी है 28,000 से ज्यादा पद रिक्त पड़े हुए हैं। और इन 28,000 में 9,000 पद जिनको श्री पंत जो उस समय राज्य के वित्त मंत्री थे, उन्होंने मृत घोषित किया था, यदि उनको जोड़ दिया जाए तो ये संख्या 37,000 के करीब आती है। राज्य सरकार ने समय समय पर जो आंकड़े दिए हैं वो बहुत भ्रामक हैं।
Let me also go across now to Amandeep joining us live. And Amandeep, even as we are listening to this press briefing from Harish Rawat, where he's speaking about unemployment at this point, but those tweets coming in from Harish Rawat once again in a way. All right, before that, let me go back to what Harish Rawat is saying.
और उसकी आड़ में सरकारी पदों की रिक्तता को छिपाते हैं। आज की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस इस बात को समर्पित है कि राज्य के अंदर बेरोजगारी की स्थिति क्या है और बेरोजगार कितने त्रस्त हैं आज, और इसको चुनाव के विवर्ष का मुद्दा बनाने और राज्य की अर्थव्यवस्था आदि पर समर्पित है। बाकी जो मैंने बातें ट्वीट के जरिए कही हैं उस पर मैं अलग से कभी बात करूँ।
सर वो बता दीजिए
आज आपके उपयोग की चीज हो तो चलाइए, उपयोग की चीज ना हो तो उसको पेंडिंग रखिए।
नहीं आपको ज्यादा उपयोग की चीज है ना।
मेरे लिए प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस मैंने बुलाई है, इसलिए मेरे लिए और राज्य के लिए जो उपयोग की चीज है वो मैंने आपके सामने प्रस्तुत कर दी है। और
जी मेरा सवाल है, रिपोर्टर से काफी हमदर्दी है, कैमरामैन को नजरअंदाज करें, अनदेखी करें सर, ऐसा क्यों? रिपोर्टर को
ये आप लोग फैसला कर लीजिए।
रिपोर्टर को वैसे बहुत ही बारीकी से देख रहे हैं, कैमरा पर्सन को नजरअंदाज कर रहे हैं।
नहीं, मैं ऐसा कैसे कर सकता हूँ? मेरी दोनों आंखें अभी ठीक तरीके से देखती हैं, और जिस दिन और बल्कि आपकी तरफ तो मेरी आंख हमेशा बड़ी चलायमान रहती है, गतिमान रहती है। तो आप सबका बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत धन्यवाद, थैंक यू। मैं एक घोषणा और करनी है। ये समाज सेवा पार्टी के जो पदाधिकारी हैं, बाबू भारती जी, जानू भारती जी, मौलाना कारी शाकिर काशमी जी, दिलवर जान जी, डॉक्टर मोनिस जी, खुर्शीद अहमद जी, अशरफ राज सुल्तान जी, ये हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म से इनको कुछ बातें कहनी है, तो मैं उनको आमंत्रित कर रहा हूँ। यदि आवश्यक है तो हमारे लोग जरा सा, जो कांग्रेस के लोग हैं, जरा सा निकल दीजिए बाहर, हमारे लोग निकल दीजिए, जब उनके
प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस खत्म होगी, कुछ लोग अपने समर्थन की घोषणा कर रहे हैं।
सवाल पूछ लेते हैं, करिए आप। और भाई साहब
दगी से सवाल है, दगी से सवाल आपने आपसे
सवाल उठाए, अध्यक्ष जी बगल में बैठे हैं।
एक सवाल है,
आपको कुछ समझते हैं,
मैं भाई साइड में निकल जाऊंगा, आप नहीं रहो, आप
अभी वो शुरू है, नीचे आके
बात खत्म होने के बाद हम
That was Harish Rawat. At this stage, he doesn't deny the rebellion in the Congress, but he also speaks about not speaking about this issue currently, and also stating that he will call in for a. Also go across to Shehzad Poonawala joining us over the phone line. And Shehzad, certainly a big statement coming in, sensational details emerging now from these tweets of Harish Rawat. Once again, a Congress rebellion brewing within the Congress party. Certainly not a good news for them.
It has become the charitra of the Congress party to humiliate every senior leader, and therefore you see a range of leaders right from Hemanta Biswa Sarma, Captain Amrinder Singh, Jyotiraditya Scindia, even at one point Sachin Pilot, now Harish Rawat. All of them feel uncomfortable because the Parivar cannot tolerate any leader with any kind of ground presence. and therefore they try to clip the wings, they try to engineer factions, they try to make two factions fight and then retain control over the party. This clearly shows that the Congress is unable to keep a united house, and if they can't keep a united house, how will they give Uttarakhand government or Uttarakhand people a government that will work for their development in unity? This shows that they have completely lost the plot, they have completely lost the upcoming elections, they have no faith left, no hope left in the upcoming elections. But it also shows that the desperation of Congress people to make themselves the candidate for the forthcoming election as the CM. Clearly, this is also an attempt of Harish Rawat ji trying to position himself as the prospective chief ministerial candidate of the Congress, but clearly the Congress party is not willing to give him that respect.
Absolutely. And Shehzad, another short question to you, be it in Punjab or Uttarakhand, we are seeing back-to-back setbacks for the Congress. Even Harish Rawat indicating at the end of his tweet that possibly he will be taking a decision early next year, and then he will certainly decide whether or not what will be his future course of action. How do you read into why the Congress party is going through this crisis?
Congress party is going through this crisis because the Gandhi Parivar is now the biggest liability of the Congress party. It cannot infuse any kind of vishwas amongst Congress people, and therefore every congressman or congresswoman feels that the Gandhi family is only trying to engineer fight between various factions instead of respecting the grassroots level leadership. And therefore, today you are seeing Congress splitting in every state. It would be better to rename Congress as not Indian National Congress, but as Tukde Tukde Congress.
All right, thank you so much, Shehzad Poonawalla, for joining us here on this broadcast. So certainly sensational details now emerging from those tweets of Harish Rawat. He has spoken about feeling humiliated and how he is in a way living with comparing certain leaders to crocodiles within the Congress party, and how, let me also go across to Tom Varakan of the BJP. And sir, once again, we are witnessing a rebellion brewing within the Congress party. This time, Harish Rawat speaking about being humiliated within the party and how possibly certain leaders within the party and comparing them to crocodiles as well. Your response to that?
The larger picture is very clear. If a senior leader like Harish Rawat ji, having known him personally for so many years, is saying that there is no support coming in from the central leadership, it's clear indication that they have washed their hands on the relevant state. It is a clear indication that they have given up. And this is an internal input which Mr. Rawat is reflecting. And he does not want to take the blame for the defeat, because if there is no effort to fight an election with the necessary equipment or tools, whatever is required, then I think the battle is lost. So this is a cry from the captain of the ship. It's an SOS being sent out to ask for help. And its response is not going to come from the center. It's a case of a sinking ship, and the captain goes with it.
We're also joined by BJP MP Rita Bahuguna Joshi on the phone line. And ma'am, your first reaction to this latest tweets coming in from senior Congress leader Harish Rawat, who speaks about being humiliated after Punjab. We are witnessing again an embarrassing situation for the Congress in Uttarakhand this time.
Well, Mr. Harish Rawat has been a problem for his own party always. And wherever the party is today in Uttarakhand, it's primarily because of him. And if you will realize, right from 2007 as an observer, I've been watching him, how he treated Mr. Narendra Tiwari, what he did with Satpal Maharaj, what he did with Vijay Bahuguna. So he is never on the side of leaders who really lead the party in the state. He wants to be a constant leader himself. That is one problem on his side, because I've always seen him bargaining, arm twisting, whenever the elections are close. He's always done this. But contrary to that, the national leadership is also very uncertain in whom they want as a leader. Now they projected him as the sole leader of Uttarakhand. Now they're saying he's not, or whatever it is. So you see, the problem is everywhere. The problem is with this individual as well as with his own party and his leadership. So they first promote the wrong people, and they say they are wrong. And now they don't have anything to fall back on. So I'm not surprised at what's happening within the Congress in Uttarakhand.
Right. In fact, Mrs. Rita, you can also speak about as to how this is not the first time we are witnessing such a leader, such a senior leader coming out and speaking about the situation within the Congress party. We saw a certain kind of term being used by Captain Amrinder Singh in the past as well, where he also spoke about being humiliated. And this time he speaks about comparing certain leaders within the party as crocodiles, how he feels his wings have been clipped, and possibly he will be taking a decision soon as well.
Well, that's for him to decide, and I've always said this, that the leadership in the Congress, the national leadership, is not at all sure about what it wants in its state, whom they want. First they build a leader, then they crush him. The first they promote a person, then they say he's not right. So they don't have that vision, they don't have any sense of responsibility towards their own party and their leader. But as far as Mr. Rawat is concerned, he's also a very controversial leader. As I feel, Uttarakhand is bereft of leaders. The Congress has no leadership in the center. It has no leadership in the state as well. So I think they are routed all over the country, and they're going to get routed again in Uttarakhand. Whether Mr. Rawat leads or he doesn't lead, Uttarakhand is with BJP, and you will see that the Congress party will be vanquished in this election.
All right. Thank you so much, Rita Bahuguna Joshi, for joining us here on Republic TV.